The big picture is not the stick but carrot and reinstitutionalizing India. The problem with the national media and even the national government today and the parliament and public discourse is we somehow think that the government of India, however mighty the Prime Minister may be, however honest his intentions are, they can simply pass an order or do something and then change India. It doesn't happen. Let me mention very quickly in these 30 seconds the things that need to be done by reinstitutionalizing and changing incentives. If taxes are not commensurate with the services, taxation becomes legal plunder. 30% tax is not very high, but 30% is very high for what we are receiving in return. No rule of law, no education, no health care, no basic infrastructure, and corruption in every government office. Therefore, unless service delivery is there, taxes are reduced, local governance is there, and people are given the confidence so that the taxes, if they are raised, the money goes in front of their eyes in a way that they can benefit, we will never have compliance. It will be only shadow boxing. So and unless we really address the real estate challenge, most of the biggest driver of your black money is real estate. Why? Most of the middle class people, sometimes even the small farmers, buying or selling without cash, they cannot transact business. Now criminalizing them is not the solution. Reduce the stamp duty, increase the land valuation so that it's revenue neutral, reduce the capital gains tax, again revenue neutral, and make it easy for them to actually have non-cash transactions. Okay. Don't criminalize normal property buyers in urban property. You and I know, in 90% cases you want to buy a plot of land or a flat, 40, 50, 60, sometimes 70% is in black. No, don't criminalize them. Create a situation where they can get out of this mess. The small corruption, bring in Service Guarantee Act. Rajdeep, I want to bring to your notice in this channel now. The government, in a misguided attempt, actually is doing something terrible about corruption. You know what they're doing? They're saying that small bribe givers for speeding up a process locally without any extra benefit to them, just to get a birth certificate or a house building permit or a water connection. Now the law is contemplated, it's in final stage after the parliamentary committee's report. They're saying there must be a minimum of 3 years imprisonment for bribing somebody in a government office who does not do his job. And the public servant who has taken a bribe, he shall not be even investigated without prior government approval. Earlier the law said he cannot be prosecuted without prior government approval. Now the law is contemplating he cannot even a case cannot be filed against him without prior government approval. Where are we heading? View it in an integrated manner. Don't view it telescopically in bits and pieces. We'll have a laundry list without any significant outcomes for 60 years without that way. And finally, big corruption. Unquestionably, corruption will now go to either in-kind in a big scale or foreign accounts, money flowing into that account, somebody making a phone call and you clearing the files. The Union Cabinet is absolutely honest right now. I'm confident about it. I know the senior officials are honest because of the respect and the fear of the Prime Minister. That doesn't mean that Indian government is honest in this country at various levels. Government is not merely government in the Union Government of India. It's government at every level. And unless the big corruption is addressed by a compulsory retirement of at least 1,000 officials, every government knows who are all the corrupt rascals, the worst corrupt fellows. Retire them compulsorily once they are 50 years and above. You don't have to change any law. You have the power, provided you do it honestly, transparently, in a non-partisan manner.
Let me leave it there.
Bring in something like a Safima Act to confiscate properties and use the Supreme Court upheld that law. Use that kind of a law in select cases, not everywhere, in select cases.
Sir,
finally, after these things are done, look at the political process. Bring in systemic change in politics instead of blaming each other. These are the things I would recommend to the Prime Minister. He is an earnest man. He is trusted by the people. His personal intentions and integrity are beyond doubt. We are not get into partisan battles. Dr. Manmohan Singh too was like that. Congress and BJP, I truly believe, despite everything, are genuinely committed to improving the country's future. They have done it in 2003 when they improved the political funding reform law.
Mr. Narayan, I have run out of time.
Now is the time to forget the political differences and fight for a fundamental change. Not peanuts, not some trivial action.
I'm going to leave it there.